Welcome back to Giants Editor Basics with me, Ceebur. We're going to take a look at the paint mode. So it's called the Terrain Detail Texture Paint mode. And it is the little red pencil up here at the top. And if you missed that, go back and look at episode 2. Episode 2, yeah, I think, where we run through what they are. What we're going to do is we're just going to quickly look at it. It's not too complicated, but there are some interesting features on this that Giants have brought to it from that it wasn't on it on 19. Why am I waffling? Nobody knows. Let's get into this because I'm clearly shot away. So as you can see, we've got our little area here. And again, this works just like paint mode, I guess. The same as the landscape mode in the game. Very similar. Down here we have our brush settings. Radius is really the only thing that we're going to play around with here, and our square and round. Opacity and hardness and value don't make any difference. And then we've got our sculpting bit. That doesn't really come into it either. And then our texture layer painting. Now this is where we're going to work with. So first off, if you go to texture layer and you have a look in here, you've got all of the different layers of texture. Now the capital lettered ones are combined. So each layer has 4 combinations. So you will have, let's just show you, let's do it with square as well, make it a bit smaller. We're going a bit closer so you can really see what's going on. Let's pick a good one. What would be a good one? Dirt. Yeah, dirt. So this is capital letter dirt. That is everything combined. If we go through and then find dirt itself, we go to dirt 01, so that is one texture. Dirt 02 is another texture, see? And dirt 03 and dirt 04. Okay, so you can see clearly that they're all different types of texture of the same thing, slightly darker, slightly different patterns. And then what the capital lettered one does is combine all 4 together. Now not all will have combined, but some do. Like if you scroll all the way down to the bottom here, we've got the water puddle, which is just one texture. There's nothing to choose from otherwise. Okay, so let's just go over that. Now you can, if you've done something and you don't like it, you can Control Z it out and it will get rid of it, or you just paint over it with grass or whatever your original texture was. Okay, so that's it basically. So that's the end of the video. No, so we've got some other things. I'm not going to go through all the textures to show you what they look like. You can do that yourself, but I'm just going to show you how it can bring something to life. So we've got our eroded section here, which was, let's say it was done with water. Let's get some dirt. Let's go with dirt. Let's go with dirt dark. I want the the round circle. So we're just going to do that. Just going to bring it down like that. Let's come out a bit. Bring it down here. Like this. Okay. And then we go in, and you've got to be a little bit of an artist. You've got to have an artist's eye, or else it's not going to work. It's not true, Ceebur, you're lying. I know. Why can't I see what I'm looking for? Grass. No, I want grass, dirt. You doofus. Grass, dirt. Grass, dirt. So we'll shrink that down, and we'll just go around the edges with some grass, dirt. There, like that. Down here. Make that a bit smaller. Make that. So you could have your water plane down here if you like. Like that. And then you could grab that puddle that I just showed you. We want to zoom in a little bit so we can see what we're doing. And put some wet there and some wet there. Just make it look like some water is just dribbling down from big puddle at the bottom. So clearly it's just making it look like it's wet, right? Almost looks like the water is running down there. That's not what we were going for. We was just trying to make it look like it was still a bit damp from where the water had run down there, but actually that's come out quite nicely. Looks pretty good, Ceebur. You're quite good at this. Yeah, I know. So that is, you know, that's what it can do. That's what you can do with this if you really sit down and think about it. Obviously, I've spent a lot of time messing around with this stuff, and you know, you kind of get to grips of how it's going to look before you've even done it, because you know what they look like, right? So there we go with that. Now, some of the other clever little things. Let's go around here and look at this little rocky area. Let's put this on to rock, dark rock. Okay, so slope limit, start and end. We're going to look at how this works. Okay, so if you take your slope limit and you set it to something like, I don't know, let's say 19 and 19 and 90 degrees, okay, and you'll see that what it will do is anything within those degrees it will paint, and anything sort of flat it won't. Alright, so it's very handy if you're trying to create exactly what we've done here. So it looks very good. We've got grass on the top here, on that little plane there, and it kind of does the work for you. You don't have to go through and go, right, well, I wanted that flat bit to be grass, so I put it in there. It already does it for you. It brings it to life real quick. So it's just a really, really neat feature that they've brought into it, which I'm very impressed with that, you know. But it's it does do a lovely little job, and you can go all the way around there like that, and kind of gives it the reels. You know how I am for reels. Look at that. Looks good, doesn't it? Eh? Looks good. It looks good. It works really well. So obviously you can adjust your slope limits and things like that. But that is essentially what you can do with that. So the next thing that we're going to quickly look at is the limit to texture. Alright? Limit to texture. So let's just set this back to 0. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's quickly create something. Let's grab some asphalt. We'll give us some square. Let's come over here. How's our square looking? Here it is. So we just come in, do a little bit of asphalt there. And this is over what we would normally do. This, I'm just doing it so that you can see it. Alright. So there we go. And let's just fancy it up a tad. So down the middle, should we go with grass and dirt? Let's bring our square in a bit. Start that again. Come along. Nice. Could be better. A big plane flying over at the moment. Don't crash. So, right. Now we've made our little 3-ply road here with some asphalt and dodgy grass. Looks dodgy. Okay, so we want to limit the texture. So we go to limit texture and we want to limit to grass only. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our dirt, make our square bigger, and we'll start here and we go across, across. See? And it doesn't paint over our road. So you could go around and you could make your roads, and then when you think to yourself, oh crumbs, I forgot to put some dirt over there, and you keep going over, and you're not going to ruin your roads, right? Or your tracks, or your dirt tracks, or anything like that. And if you wanted to, if you didn't want that dirt this side, and you screwed it up, but that is exactly what you want, you know, that's the rectangle that you want there, but you don't want it to be dirt, and you don't want to change, you want to go in there and be all technical about it, then just come and go to dirt and make your limit to texture as dirt, and then change it. We're going to go with, let's go with the concrete bricks, and it will just only fill in that dirt section. Alright, what a clever thing. What a very clever little added happiness to the situation. It's all very, very good, and I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with it. Very impressed and very happy. Let's have a little play here for a second. Oh, that's because I've got my thing set on there. And if you want to get rid of that, you don't want it on anymore, just scroll up to the top and click on the empty space and it will clear it. thought that would look a bit alien-esque. It looks rubbish. Control Z. Get rid of it, Ceebur. We like what it was before, don't we? Yes. Okay, and then basically your limit to foliage works exactly the same. So it will only go over whatever, alright? But I wouldn't recommend getting involved in that with this, because it's unlikely that you'll need to. You might do if there was just a piece of grass you needed. Yeah, but basically that's the situation there. And then we've got this block procedural thing, which I'm guessing is to do with the procedural placement painting. Again, I still don't know what that is. That's a later on thing that I need to get involved in. But yeah, that's basically it. There isn't really very much else that we need to talk about with that, to be fair. Come in and do it all the way you want. You can paint whatever you like. It's, it's actually quite accurate anyway when you're doing the sides. But that thing really does make life a lot easier. So anyway, I hope this one's helped. The next one we'll be looking at foliage layer painting and that side of it. So keep your eyes peeled. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe if you want to keep following these so you get pinged for them. That's not a plea for subscribers, that's just if you want to see the next video, the best thing to do is to subscribe, because then you'll see it when it comes in. So anyway, there we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe and may the weather be with you. Slope limit, start and end. I just knocked something over and I don't know what it was. Anyway, slope limit, start and slope limit, start and end.